The world is crazy right now, guys. We got a crazy world. Now, there is some sanity and there's been a big cultural shift. We have established that over the last 6, 7, 8 months, right? Things, we've seen the Sydney Sweeney ad. We've seen all sorts of, I'd say, traditional things returning. People have flipped out over this. But did you see the latest term that has been associated with extremism and hate by the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League? Did you guys see this?
No.
This is not it, Phoenix. I went to a different story. Sorry.
It's Anna Faris.
No.
She's at it again.
Very pixelated,
It is.
my preview window, sorry.
No, it's okay. It is this term, America First, is deemed extreme and hate by the ADL here. They say America First is a term that references a World War II era America First committee and is used by extremists in anti-Semitic, racist, and xenophobic ways. America First in conservative circles often refers to an ideology that was promoted by Donald Trump when he ran for office and served in office, which emphasizes American nationalism, non-intervention, and anti-immigrant and anti-globalism beliefs. So if you, friends, are America First and want to put your country first, you are now labeled an extremist and hateful.
Oh, so having pride in your country means that you're hateful and, all the bad stuff, apparently?
How do you do, my fellow haters?
Verbal Riot, your thoughts?
Man, it's funny because I this past election was the first time I ever voted Republican in my life. Very first time. And I was questioning it for a little bit. I'm like, am I doing the right thing here by putting Trump back in office? And he's had a lot of misses since he's been in office. For me, the whole Epstein thing really kind of pissed me off, but I'm starting to realize that I made the right choice because I feel like if Kamala would have won, man, it's we would be in bad shape. This country would be screwed, right? Like in what world are we supposed to say America last?
Yeah.
Right? Like in what world are we as Americans supposed to say that we're not first, that we're not number one? Where the hell did that go? And maybe because I grew up in the Cold War era, and I was, my heroes were like, Rocky Balboa, Rambo, and, Chuck Norris, and, all these guys who were fighting for America. Like, and understand, this is during a time when America was still fairly racist. But those were still my heroes because at the end of the day, as screwed up as we are as a country, America first, right? Regardless of that, like we come first. And it's weird that people are like, Americans are saying that we shouldn't. And so, I don't know. I think because of that, I'm fine with my vote for Donald Trump. I'm very fine with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need somebody who's going to put us first.
That's very true. I agree with that. And this was the first time I voted ever because I was never into politics. So I'm like, if I don't know anything about the candidates, I'm just not going to vote. So yeah, this was first time and also Republican as well. And yeah, definitely agree with the misses, but putting America first is very important. I was talking with someone about this recently that it seems that the early 2000s was the last time that it was okay to be proud to be American, after 9/11 and everything that happened. We bonded as a country and everybody just band together and there was just so much pride for the country going around, and we don't have that anymore. Now it's if you're walking around, I remember 5 years ago I had an American flag shirt on in New York City. I was visiting and there was ladies giving me dirty looks and stuff, and I'm like, and this is me, I wasn't even political. I just have always been, I'm proud of my country. I love America. And it's just crazy to see how far we've fallen with that. You're wearing an American flag, so you must be a racist. I was like, what? No, this is just the country where I'm from. Is it okay if I walk around wearing a different country's flag? Is that what you want me to do? It makes no sense.
Well, I think that's the most interesting about this is okay, we have a woman here, right? You, Wicked.
Yes.
We got a black guy here, Verbal Riot, right? You would be, because you said you wanted to put America first, you would be labeled as anti-Semitic, racist, and xenophobic because you believe your country should be put first before anything else, which is just amazing to see that this is what seemed as extreme in the year 2025. and hateful of all things, right? Because once again, being anti-globalist, which I think is the thing at the bottom of this, which is the most intriguing aspect of this, the idea that, yeah, Phoenix, I see you shaking your head. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's where they just showed their true colors right there. Like it was that last statement. All the other stuff, right, propaganda agenda, got it. But the anti-globalist, I don't think there's many people here that want globalism. But you just saw them, they said it out loud. There it was, because that's what they're trying to push.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So I will say this. I will always put America first. And if that makes me an extremist or hateful, that's really fucking stupid because that's not how I was raised at all. But the idea of wanting what's the old saying? You put your home first. Put what you have going on first and then worry about everybody else. We got enough bullshit going on, where we live to take care of before we need to save everyone else's ass. Like let's figure out what we got going on over here now first. And this doesn't help at all when you're labeled hateful or an extremist for just saying, let's take care of our home first. How's that sound?
It's crazy how much this has seeped into like just our regular society, man. I remember Chris Gore. He told me before the election, like he was walking around. He lives in Pasadena, California, and Pasadena is a really nice place. And he's walking around, his neighborhood. He goes for daily walks, and he's wearing this gray T-shirt that had an American flag on it. And if you guys know Chris, man, he's very polite, very nice guy. And, he would like say hi to his neighbors and say hi to the people, who are crossing his path because he's that kind of guy. And he would get the dirtiest looks because he was wearing a shirt that had an American flag on it. Like people would were kind of snarling at the guy. And I'm like, that is weird to me. Right? Yeah. They're pissed off that the guy's wearing a T-shirt that has an American flag on it.
I don't understand it. I never understood it. I don't see the correlation between these two things at all. We have a fairly diverse panel here today, and I think that's the most amazing thing about it is like we have people from all sides, all walks of life, who are all going like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, how is putting your house in order first extreme? I don't know."
It's like putting it in like a smaller term would be, if you have kids, are you going to feed your neighbor's kids before you feed your kids?
Right.
I mean,
it's a good point. Really good point. You're going to take care.
Find me a country that doesn't have its problems, right? You won't find one. So I think it's incredibly stupid. They're like, no, not the flag.
Yeah.
Retarded.
It is.
Triggered.
Yeah, Blabs. Geez, so triggered. It's ridiculous.
I've been called the blackface of white supremacy and all kind of shit. When they found out I voted for Trump, they were like, "Oh, you're a coon. You're an Uncle Tom. This and that." I'm like, guys. Like, what's funny? I always ask my friends, like, especially my very, very liberal friends, the few that I have left. The black ones. I always ask them, guys, tell me one thing the Democrat Party has done for black people. Like, just tell me one thing that they have done specifically for us. Now, not for people of color, for black people. They can never give me an answer.
Okay. Can I ask a question? Yeah. Why? Okay, race was never a thing like where I grew up, right? I had friends of all races and nationalities. I had friends from other countries, black, white, Mexican, whatever, black and brown people. I had friends that were gay. This was never an issue, right? And maybe this was the time period that I grew up in, right? And being white was never something that was discussed. It was just everyone's everybody, right? But this is something that over the last 5 years, I've, really since like the George Floyd stuff that I've heard is that your identity as a white person, like white people don't think about their identity as much as like black people do or Mexican people do or whatever, black and brown people, whatever. Like, is that true? Because to me, it's just like it's not a thing.
What's funny, man? It's not. Growing up, what's funny? When I wake up in the morning, like the last thing I think about is the fact that I'm black. Like that's not like it's not even on my mind, right? Yeah. Like I don't wake up in the morning thinking, "Hey, I'm black," and then I go about my day, right? Growing up, we had friends of all races, like, and I grew up in the hood, right? And I still had friends of all races. We didn't care about any of that stuff. None of this began to become a thing until about really about 2014, 15, whenever the stuff in Ferguson, Missouri happened with Michael Brown and the cops being filmed and that whole deal. This was organized. This was planned. This wasn't something that was natural, right? Like I said, there's always been issues. There's always been, problems here and there. There's always been racism, but it was never something that, especially my generation, Generation X, we didn't really deal with directly. Like we had a little bit of the aftermath from, the boomers, but nothing really solid. You know what I mean? Like I've never experienced true racism. You know what I mean? And most people haven't, if we're being honest. Like most people haven't experienced true racism. And if they say they do, they're lying. This was something that was orchestrated. And I don't know who did it. I don't know who planned this. I have my theories, but this wasn't something that was common at all.
You know what's amazing is I think we've all met like racist people before,
Sure.
right? Like we all have. There's a guy who says something about something, whatever, or who's just they're bigoted, right? There are people like that.
Sure.
It's just reality, right? It's whether it's them being a product of their surrounding or whatever it may be, right? But I'll tell you this: the place that I saw the most and experienced the most racism I've ever experienced, and you can take this however you want, was when I was living in California. I got invited to go play basketball in Compton. And I went to the YMCA and I had the shit kicked out of me for 3 hours. Wow. And and they were specifically saying is because I was a white boy, right? And they beat the fuck out of me for like 3 hours just for daring to come and hang out, white boy, whatever.
And when was this?
Oh, this was 2002.
Yeah.
So early 2000s, and they beat the fuck out of me, and I left with bruises and scrapes and all sorts of stuff. And that was one of those things where you go like, okay, like the idea that black people or Mexican people or Asian people like can't be racist. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
It
in
is
my life,
the dumbest shit.
Right?
Like I hate when I even hear that. It's like, give me a fucking break, guys. We all know that's not true.
Yeah, it was a very eye-opening experience for me. And I had a teammate who invited me down there, and I think that was the idea, was like, you want to see how tough you are, coming down, and like you can't back down in a situation like that, right? Like you just got to keep on going, So it was nuts, man. But anyways,
there's assholes of every race, man. Believe me.
Right.
I mean, those same guys would probably do that to somebody of their own color. Like it's not even like just because they're assholes, basically. The bullies I had to deal with growing up were all black, right? Like I didn't deal with white bullies. Like it's again though, it's that isolated incident. I get it, but I'm talking about on a national level. Like a lot of this stuff I feel is orchestrated. I feel like there was something planned to get, and I look, I'm going to say the Democrats because they're the ones who's benefited the most from racism. They benefit all the time. This is their voter base, right? Keep them separated, and we got our voter base. And that's why they're so pissed at black people now. That's why Democrats hate black people now, because, a lot of black folks have saw the light and were like, hey, you know what? We're voting for Trump this time. So they moved on to illegals, right? They moved on to, Muslims. They moved on to other people because they need a new voter base.
You know what the most amazing thing about this whole conversation is that like there's this circle on the white guy in America, like everything's the white guy's fault, right? When in reality, the thing that has been shown over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years is that the most racist people in America is the young white liberal woman. Like they are super fucking racist and the most sexist, racist, bigoted people, and it's all under the guise of empathy. Right. Oh, you need to be empathetic, right? While still being incredibly racist. It's a fucking joke. And I go back to 2020 again. Like I said, when I've told the story on the show where I was running a brand called Game Attack, and I had a business partner, and I got attacked because I was like, I'm going to treat everybody equally. This is after the George Floyd thing, and I got attacked because I just said I'm going to treat everybody equally, and these white girls, all 20-something white girls in our community, they were like, that's not good enough. You have to do more than that. You have to do, and they said I need to apologize for treating everybody equally. And that's when I said, fuck you, I'm done with this, and I left the company because I'm not dealing with that shit. Because my co-owner at the time was like, you need to apologize, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, like I couldn't believe what he was saying. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, man, it's crazy. Well,
I'm in the headquarters of liberal white women, so trust me, I see this shit every day. And believe me when I say they are the worst.
Wicked way to go. Blabs, way to go. You're the worst.
Listen. I got a little. I'm not full. I mean, hey, my dad's Puerto Rican, okay? So I'm watered down a little bit. Come on.
Way to go, stupid white girls. There.
He's like, you ruined it.
You ruined it all. All right. Look, that was a fun, interesting conversation. And remember, if you're America first, you're a giant bigot. Congratulations. According to the ADL.
Let's
get to some fun
USA.
stuff. That's right. Let's go. Let's get a USA chant going on in the chat right now. That'd be great. YouTube said you should watch this video right here. And as we all know, you should do what YouTube tells you to do.